Okay, thank you. uh, Simple parity check. In this we are going to have the data words. That means if you have lengthy data, we have chopped that particular data into kk bit data words. Okay, for each data word I am going to add one extra bit for that particular data word. Okay, k bit data word. The whenever I am adding one extra bit, I am going to get the code word, that is n, that is called as 1. N. Okay, 1 is added to the block of if it contain odd number of zeros. Here we are going to check even or odd parity checks with the help of, if I am taking the even parity check, in that case I am going to add if the number of ones in that particular code data word is odd. If I am going to if that data word contain even number of ones, in that case I am going to add 0. Okay, even number of 1, in that case I am going to add. This is a simple parity check. This scheme makes the total number of 1 into even. I am not going to use it as odd parity check. Here I am simply using even parity check. That means I am going to add zeros or ones according to my even number of odd number of ones in that particular data word. Okay, that's the reason it is calling as even parity checking. Okay, a simple parity check is nothing but even parity checking concept. Okay, how we are going to add this particular thing, I'm going to show you in the next slide. Here I have a data called 1000011. This is a my k bit data. Okay, first of all I am computing here at the sender side. I am computing the parity bit. I am adding the first of all I am calculating that how many number of ones are there. There are 3 number of ones, that is a odd one. So I am going to add parity bit as 1, so I can make the bits in even number. That means one number bits in that particular data word to even. To make that number of bits in that particular one number of bits in that particular data word to even, I am going to add the 1. Okay, I got the particular thing. Now I got a code word 1000111. Okay, now I will transmit the particular code word to the receiver. The receiver again, he is going to compute the parity bit. First, if it is the even thing, is going to receive that particular thing. If it is not even parity code word, even parity code word, in that case it is not, he is not going to accept that. If it is even, if it is compute the parity bit, and if he is going to check the it is the even parity code word or not. Okay, if it is even, accept the data. If it is odd, reject the data simply. Okay, for this he is going to use modulo division. Now modulo 2 operation, modulo 2 addition operation. How? First of all, you know that whenever I am saying 1000011, it contains 3 ones, but computer don't know, na? Aisa no? Whenever your computer or your device don't know, you are thinking that here 1000011 contains 3 one digit numbers, so it is the odd parity data word. I have to, if it is odd parity data word, I am going to add the 1. Okay, in that case he is not going, you are not going to, you are going to understand, but computer, how computer will understand? Using the modulo 2 addition operation, he is going to understand what bit that particular operation, this parity bit computing parity bit is nothing but by doing this modulo 2 operation, additive operation. That means modulo 2, what modulo 2 will do? If it is the equal number of digits, equal number of, that means 1 1, it gives 0 0 0. In that case also it is going to give you 0. In other bits, that means change in bits, that means 1 0 0 1. In this case it is going to give you result as 1. Okay, now how modulo 2 operation will conduct on this 1 0 0 0 1 1. Okay, here I'm taking first 1 0. 1 0 means I'm going to get 1. Next, I'm going to add the this one, this 0. Next 0. Next 0, 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 0, 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 0. 0 plus 1, 1. I have to add 1 as a parity bit. Okay, modulo 2 operation. You better know about, sir, if it adds 1 to the data, then will there be a misplace of data? No, there is no nothing like of misplacing of data. First of all, you see, I have data 1 triple 0 double 1 is there. Okay, you are saying that if it is interchange, that means 1 double 0 1 0 1. In that case, what happens? Yes or no? Okay, that we will see in the next chapters. Don't worry. Okay, that we will see. Not a problem. First of all, I am if in that case also, if the data word has changed here itself or here, I can't do that thing. Okay, if misplacing of that particular, if it misplaced that particular data, that would cast to different number 841. To, that is the binary code 8421 technology. If I use, I will get the different digit, and I will get that we will see. Not a problem. Okay, here we are finding that whatever we are transmitting, that I am going to get or not, that is at the end of the thing. And one more thing, when you are physical layer, your physical layer is capable of when it is transmitting the data from here to other, that's a voltage. It is using the voltage. According to that, physical layer will take care of that particular thing. Okay, if it modifies, automatically it will come to understand that the receiver side, if it is modified 1 to 0 0 to 1, that means your voltage will, he cannot, that means he has to replace that particular thing with the next bits, but he don't know which is the starting bit, which is the ending bit, and what he is going to do. Okay, whenever I'm using framing techniques and here error detection technique, first, if I am concentrating on only one bit, one frame, that is starting with some character stuff, and at the end byte stuff or bit stuff, with the mechanism of bit stuff, byte stuff I am taking only one frame here. I am not taking all the frames. Okay, there may be lots of things behind this when you are transferring the data. Okay, here I am taking only modulo 2 operation to find out this, to find out the parity bit. Okay, if it is different thing, in that case, if it is 1, in this case I am going to 1 plus 0 1, 1 plus 1 0, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 again 0. Okay, I am going to get 0. At the right hand side also same thing, it is going to check this is the even parity or it is a simply parity check kind of thing. Okay, that way if the misplacing happens, what happens, all the things we are going to see in the next things. Okay, this is a simple parity check. Okay, and in simply parity check, I am going to add only one bit, not more than that, only one bit. You remember that. Okay, next, two-dimensional parity check. Here, two-dimensional parity checks, I have 1 2 3 4 data words. Original data is 4 bytes of 4 bytes or 4 blocks of data I have. Original data, 4 blocks of data. Here I will take it as the rows and columns, these 4 data. At the end, I am going to, for each data word, I am going to check the, for each data word, I am going to check the parity for that particular thing, even parity or odd parity. According to even and or odd parity, I am going to add the zeros or ones. Okay, if it is even, I am going to add zeros. Okay, all are the even. That's the reason on the right hand side I have added zeros, 4 zeros for each data word. For each data here you see in the code word, I have added all the zeros, 0 0 0 at the end, 0. This is also 0. Along with I am going to add the one more column, one more data word, one more data word, one more data word, that is the code word, not more data word, it is a code word for the row wise. Okay, row wise parity check, row wise, each row I'm going to each column wise I'm going to check the parity. If it is 3 parity, even odd parity, I'm going to add here also, I'm going to add 1. If it is even, 0. Like this I'm going to, for these also, the column parities also, for column parity also I'm going to add the bit, row parity bit also for this particular thing. Okay, at the end he's going to understand the, I'm going to add the these parity bits, two-dimensional parity bit also, byte code also, byte code word also I'm going to add to my original data. I'm going to get these 5 bytes of 5 data code words of the data I'm going to send to the other end. The my original data is 4 code blocks only, but here I'm adding, for each word I'm going to add the one extra bit, for the as well as I'm going to add the extra one data word, a code word, to my 4 original data words. Okay, this is about two-dimensional parity check. This is the first one, is I'm going to add only one thing in the two-dimensional. For each data word I'm going to add one extra bit, as well as if I have 4 data words I am going to add next one more data word with 1 row parity bit. Okay, extra total word with 1 parity bit also. For that particular thing also I am going to add 1 0. Okay, next, third one is checksum. In this, sender ends the segments added using one's complement. Here, still now I have used modulo 2 operations for adding the zeros. Okay, parity. I'm going to check with parity bits. I'm going to add the even parity or odd parity. I'm going to check that modulo 2 operation I'm using, and I'm adding the single bit or multiple bits according to my thing. Now here in checksum I am going to use one's complement arithmetic to get the sum. Okay, one's complement arithmetic to get the sum. Okay, how we are going to add this one's complement arithmetic to that particular code word, I am going to see. You are going to see now. Here I have 4 original words. Okay, k is equal to 4. That means 4 data words I have in my hand. Okay, 1 double 0 double 1 triple 0 double 0 1, like triple 1 triple 0 1 0, like that. I have 4 data words. K is equal to 4. Okay, k is equal to 4. What sender will do, he will add the one's complement. That means first he will take the first word. Here you see number 1. Give me a minute, I will increase the font. Okay, good. First of all, I have 1 double 0 double 1 3 double 0 1. Okay, that is my first word, first data word. I am going to add with second word. Okay, in this case what I am doing, I am taking the ones complement of that particular thing. First XR, here also I am doing XR operation. 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0. I am doing extra 1 bit. I am going to add the 1 bit here with the ones complement. Okay, what I am doing, 1 1 0, that will be goes to next one complement, left hand side. 1 plus 1 again 0, like 0 plus 1 1. I am doing XOR operation with 1's complement. I am going to get the 0 triple 1 double 1 double 0 as. Is it clear? I am doing 1's complement. Okay, yes. XOR operation. I am doing XOR operation with 1's complement. First, I am doing two. I am taking two words and I am doing the XOR operation. After that, 1's complement. Okay. Carry in. Why do you get carry in XOR operator? Most of times, your what do you say? Technically, say 1 minute. It is structural design of your things protocol, that is set of rules they have to for this. If you want to if you want to design your own, that you have to first of all, whatever the in computer networks there may set of rules, either you follow that rules. If you are thinking that you are more capable that particular thing, you are going to implement more capable error detection technique, that is your. Okay, this is the standardized thing. You have to prove that whenever I am at the receiver side and sender side, if I am doing some malpractice also, if I am sending the particular thing, the receiver side is going to understand the particular small parity check, and with the help of this particular thing, the sender and receiver both are same. Whenever you are saying that, here I'm saying sender and receiver, most probably the organization going to give you the sender application and receiver application, either you are using your WhatsApp message or Skype message, yes or no. Here this is the particular rule. Sir, it is before slide, some is wrong. Where is that? Give me a minute. Here. Where I am doing, I am not doing, this is the parity check. This, if it is odd, where you are finding that wrong, sir. Slide sum is wrong, sir. Here I am even taking the even parity. Okay, this is the data word 1001101. This is the data word. Okay, how many number of ones are there? 4. Okay, 1 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 0. Okay. Modulo 2. Yeah, I'm doing modulo 2. I'm not taking 1's complement all the things. Only modulo 2 operation. Even thing, even number of ones. For example, you have better understanding, I'm saying even parity, even or odd number of ones. But by background, it is going to your computer or your machine or your data link layer device is going to do modulo 2 operation. It is going to add the beside digits. If it is finding at the end of the thing, if it is finding 0, it is going to add the 0. Otherwise, it is going to add 1. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Here, 1's complement I am going to take in this particular thing. Here, XOR operation with 1's complement. I am doing XOR operation with 1's. First of all, I am taking two words. First of all, I am doing XOR operation. After that, I am making the 1's complement. After doing 1's complement, I am going to take the third word. Okay, again XOR operation. Okay, XOR operation, and I am going to do 1's complement for that particular thing, XOR operation and 1's complement also. Next, at the end, XOR after 1's complement, I got the sum, total the sum. For that also, I am taking the 1's complement for that particular checksum. Okay, I am interchanging the words with the particular thing. So it is the XR one's complement for that particular thing. I am going to get the checksum for that. But sir, the operation in the slide 6 is addition. No, sir. And you are adding carry to the sum. How it is one? Slide 6. Okay. Carry to the sum on same answer. With addition, we are getting some answer. Might be it's addition, sir. With addition, we are getting same answer. Yes, that is also true. I'm not saying that it is XOR operation only, but addition also the same thing. Okay. Now, sum and checksum. Here, do things. First of all, add the two words. Next, I'm going to add the one's complement for that particular. First, adding the two things here. You see, segments are and the segment in the sender's end. The segments are added using one's complement arithmetic to get sum. Okay, here I am adding the two segments with one's complement. Okay, at the end I am going to get the checksum. The receiver end also he is going to do the whatever he has got that particular thing, he is going to checksum again if the if he is getting the complement as 000. Here he got the data word. Okay, he is doing one's complement. Next third word is adding, next fourth word is adding. Okay, after that he is one's complement, he got the particular sum, checksum. Okay, now if he got the all the ones, so he have to complement, he have to make the complement. If he is getting all the zeros, in this case only he is going to get the acceptance from that particular thing. Otherwise he is going is just throw that particular data, original data, into the dustbin. He will ask the sender to resend that particular thing. Here you are adding and you are going to complement. Whatever the resultant you got, you are going to make the one's complement for that particular thing. At the end he is going to, if he is going to complement, if he after doing one's complement particular that thing complement, if he is going to get the zeros, all zeros in that particular thing, then only he is going to accept. Otherwise he is going to just discard that particular message. Okay, is it clear? He is adding the two words and one's complement. Whatever that particular thing he has get, okay, that he will receive, send that particular thing. He at the receiver end, he is going to the same thing, he is going to do all the additives to that particular thing. Here you see, after doing the third fourth word or the third and fourth words, he is adding that particular checksum here. Whatever he got, he added the checksum 110111010. He added the checksum also to him, to the resultant. Whatever the get he got that particular thing, he added that particular. After adding that particular checksum, if he gets all ones, then only he is going to accept that particular thing by doing one's complement. Once if you do the one's complement, he is going to get all the zeros. So he is going to accept the word, otherwise he is not going to accept. Okay, checksum where he is using after addition and one's complements for the four words, he is going to add this checksum at the end. Okay, if he do that particular thing, if he is getting the sum as all the ones and the complement as the zeros, in that is reverse, with the help of reverse engineering he is doing all these things. Okay, sir, should we do one's complement to each and every word? Yes, where not each and every word, you are, whenever you are adding the next word to that particular thing. Next, first of all, I added two words, so I have to do resultant must be one's complemented. Next I am adding third word, after that I am going to one's complement. After that I am going to do first, after that I am adding the fourth word, again I am going to one's complement. Okay, Any doubts, ma, in this? Last one, CRC. We are going to discuss about CRC. At the end, you are going to add the, in this, you are going to add the checksum to the original sum. After adding that particular sum, if you are going to, if you are getting all ones or complement as all zeros, in that case, you are going to utilize that particular data. Otherwise, you are going to ask the sender to retransmit that particular frame. Anyhow, every frame has a sequence number. Every frame that we are going to discuss in the next chapters, every frame has a sequence number. That sequence number frame has to, sender has to retransmit that particular thing. Yes, right. Yes, correct. Okay, is it clear, ma'am? Next, we are going to start with next topic, that is cyclic redundance check. Cyclic redundance check. This is a very important thing in error correction or detection. Cyclic code. Here, cyclic code is, this is a simple thing. First, cyclic, what is mean by cyclic code? In cyclic redundancy check, I'm going to explain about you cyclic codes. First, cyclically shifted, rotated words. That is nothing but whenever my data word is 10110000, I will shift that particular data to the right. Okay, in this case, my code word is, the data is rotated from left to right. Left to right. That means your first letter goes to the end of my word. Right, sorry, left to right, no, not right, right to left, right to left, right to left. Here 0 to 1, this word goes to the end of that particular. This is nothing but your cyclic codes, shifted cyclically it is shifted. This is the right shift. From right words to one bit will shifted to the left side. The, if you are, how many times you want, you can do in your cyclic code. This is the simple cyclic codes. Okay, right shifted. Okay, now cyclic redundance check we are going to see. Here we have data word A0, A1, A2, A3. First of all, I am going to take a data word as 1001. You can, if you want, you can note it down. 1001 data word. Okay, data word. And I am going to take a divisor also. Data word 1001 and a divisor 1011. 1011. First of all, I have a data word 1001. Okay, after that, okay, give me a minute. I will type here. And my data word is 1001. Okay, next, divisor 1011. Okay, now coming to the two words. I have taken two words. First, the data word first of all, data word 1001 and divisor 1011. Okay, first of all, in this I am going to find the length of your device, length of divisor. that is L. Okay, what is the length of divisor here? 4. Yes or no? 4. Divisor is 1011. So the length of that particular divisor is 4. So we are going to add L minus 1 bits to my data word. Okay, first of all, I have data word, one divisor, one data word and divisor. This is the public key encryption techniques. You can think like that. Okay, public key, that means your divisor will be already known to the both the ends. Okay, here my length of divisor is L. I am going to add L minus bits to my data word. Okay, L minus bits means here if it is 5, in that case I am going to add 4. If it is 4, I am going to add the 3 bits to my data word. So I am further so that I can create a code word. Okay, first of all, what I will do, first I will generate that particular thing with the help of cyclic redundancy check. What I will do, I will do binary division with that particular, that data word will be binary division with the help of that divisor. How? We are going to see here. My data word is, first of all, 1001. We have already seen that particular thing. Okay, 1001. Divisory 1011. 1011. 1011. Sorry, 1001. Okay. Now, first of all, I will take on one as a my replicant. I will binary division. I am going to do 1011. Okay, while I am taking the length, I have to add 3 zeros at the end of the particular thing. How? Why? I know that how many bits I have to add that particular thing. I have to know, I have already knows that I have to add the 3 bits. Why? L minus 1, that is the divisor length minus 1 is, I am going to add the 3 digits to my data word. Okay, here what I will do, go down. First of all, I'm leaving this particular first word. Next, second word, 0 plus 0, 0, 1 plus XOR operation or additive operation. That is the thing, XOR operation. I'm going to devising that particular thing. In that case, next, okay, I got 1 0, 0 0 1 0. Okay, next I am going to add the this particular 0 to my resultant. Okay, I got 0 1 0 0. Here what I have to do, next time the resultant starts with the zeros I have, so I have to divide with the help of 0, sorry, 1 0. Now coming to the this word, so whenever I'm dividing with binary division with 0 0, I'm not taking 1 as the thing. So first of all, I will remove that thing. Next, first word I'm taking as like, okay, next time onwards 1 0 0. Next I'm taking the next 0 from here. Now I got 1 triple 0. 1 triple 0. Now I am going to, my resultant starts with 1, so I am going to take the division with 1. Okay, what is that is 1 0 1 1. Okay, is it clear? Till now, binary division ma. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'm doing binary division. Whenever I'm finding the resultant starting with 0, I'm doing the binary division with 0. If I am finding my resultant starts with 1, in that case I am going to do with 1 binary division. Okay, now okay, next I got the 0 0 as 0 0 1 1, and again I am shifting the next 0 off. First of all, here I shifted 1 0. Okay, next here, this is the third 0. Okay, here I'm taking the starting with 0, so I'm taking dividing with 0. Okay, all zeros, 0 0 0. Okay, now coming to the next part, my remainder is 1 1 and 0. Okay, remainder is 1 1 0. What is my CRC now? My CRC is nothing but I will get the uh, reminder as a CRC. I got the reminder here. Okay, reminder. Here I am going to get the reminder. Whatever the reminder I got, that is the my CRC. I am going to add this reminder to the my data word. Here you see, this is the I got the reminder as well as coefficient. Coefficient I am not going to consider any coefficient. I am not doing anything, but whatever the reminder, how did we get 100 100? Where did we get 100? First of all, I have 1001 as the one thing. Okay, here I am adding 3 digits. Well advanced, I know the how many bits I am going to add. Well in advance, yes or no? Well in advance. First thing, length of the divisor. What is the length of the divisor? 1011. That is the 4. Okay, here I am adding 3 zeros. Because of 3 zeros, 3 zeros I am adding. Now my data words must be added with 3 zeros. That is the condition for L minus 1 bits I have to add. Okay, first of all, I am what if in the parity check, what you will do, if it is divisor is the less than thing, if normal things, in that case what you will do, here 1 plus 1, those the even parity I am going to add. If it is the 3 words, why divide is less than 1 divisor, I am going to add the bits, the number of bits I am going to add in CRC. Okay, I have the data word 1001 data word. Okay, divisor is 1011. The less than one bit less than that particular divisor, I am going to add the bits to my data word to make the code word. Okay, first of all, I considered these 3 bits as the zeros. Okay, first every time whatever you take, you have to add that many number of zeros to the end of that particular to get the resultant. Okay, binary division. In binary division, if you are considering that this is the 3 level, if it is the 4 divisor, if it is 5 in the length, in that case you are going to add 4 zeros at the end. That we are going we are taking 2 more examples for this. We will see in that thing also. Okay, I am going to take the divisor minus 1 bit length of that particular zeros to that particular thing. Okay, at the end I got the code word with 1001 is the reminder. First data word 1001 is my data word. I am going to add the reminder to that particular thing, 110 to that particular reminder is nothing but my CRC. At the divisor, receiver end, what happens, how he is going to understand. Here I am taking two cases. Okay, first code word is the correct code word 10011110. Okay, in the second case I am taking the mistake 1000111 parity. Your CRC is correct in the both the case. 110 is the correct thing. Okay, 110 is the correct case in the both the conditions. Okay, okay, here I am taking the code word 100111110. Okay, and my divisor is 1011. Already fixed that there is a public key for the sender and receiver. They must know the divisor 1011 in the both the conditions. Now I am dividing my code word with 1011. Okay, 10. First time the starting with 1. So I am taking the division with 1. 1011. I am getting 010. I am shifting the next word 1 0 1 0 0. So I have to take with divide with 0 1 0 0 1 0. Okay, next I'm taking here, I'm taking 0 0 0 0 as the thing. Okay, now I got the 101 as the result. I am shifting the next word. Okay, next one, my word starts with 1, so I have to divide with 1 1011. Okay, I got the all the zeros. Okay, I'm shifted to 0 only. Okay, now again I divide with 0, all zeros. I got the syndrome as resultant as all zeros. So the data word the 1001 is accepted at the receiver. In case of in case of wrong word, here you see I did 1000110. Okay, first I did with 1, I got 0 111. After that 0, I got all ones. Okay, all ones means I have to take the again 1. Okay, 1011 1000 1000. Here I did with 1. Okay, sorry, here that is there is a mistake. Okay, here I did not I should not keep it as a 0, it should 1. Okay, 1011 I am using first letter. Yeah, I have to take remove that particular thing. I got the 011 as syndrome or the resultant. Okay, reminder 011. So the whatever I got the message that is the wrong message, so I have to discard that message. I have to uh, ask the sender to retransmit the message. Okay, is it clear? We have some more thing about this. Some of times your CRCs would be represented as polynomials, binary representation with polynomials. Here my data word is 1000011 is my data. My divisor is 1000011. This is my this particular thing. Not it is not divisor, it is a short form. This is a full lengthy form and this is the short form. Binary representation of my data, that is 1000011. Okay, how I am going to represent this binary data into polynomial. Okay, I will take for each and every bit of my binary representation data word and I will add the x power 0, x power 1, x power 2 from right to left. I'm going to, if here first of all my first bit in my data word is 1. Okay, 1 into x to the power of 0 I'm adding. Okay, next 1 into x to the power of 1. Here I am having 0, x to the power of 2, x to the power of 3, x to the power of 4, x to the power of 5, x to the power of 6. Okay, my polynomial representation of this 1 double 0 0 double 1 is x 1 into the x to the power of 6 plus 0 into the x to the power of 5 plus 0 into x to the power of 4 and 0 into x to the power of 3 and 0 into the x to the power of 2 plus 1 into x to the power of 1 plus 1 into x to the power of 0. This is my polynomial representation of my binary word 1 double 0 double 0 double 1. Okay, here some doubt previous slide decoder. Someone has the first of all I got the first I will take the my code word is 1001. Is it clear? Okay, after that my divisor, that is a public, previous slide again. Okay, the divisor is 1011, that is a public key. My from receiver side also divisor is same and the sender side also the divisor is same 1011. Okay, here I got the reminder as 1110, that is the CRC. Okay, I am going to add my CRC to the my data word 10011110. Okay, coefficient I am not interested in coefficient. I am not doing anything. Simply okay, 10011110 is my code word here. Okay, at the receiver end. Okay, for better understanding, I am taking two cases. First is the correct code word. This is the first one is the correct code word. The second one is the wrong code word. That means the data has changed and made it in between. Okay, from sender to receiver. Okay, in middle the data has changed. Okay, this is the second thing. So your receiver must not accept the second word, that is 10001110. Receiver should not accept this word. It has to discard that particular data and it has to ask the sender to resend the data. Okay, it is not going to accept. You should not accept this particular second data. But in case of first, that is the clear code word, so it has to accept this particular thing. How you are going to check that is the clear and the correct data code word and data word or code word or not? Here I am going to use, I know the divisor 1011. Okay, and I know the code word is 10011110. Okay, this is the CRC, pink color in that CRC, the data word is 1001. Okay, okay, I'm dividing this particular thing. Okay, 100. First of all, my data word start my code word start with 1, so I will do with 1. Okay, 1011. Okay, division what I did. Okay, 010. I got the resultant as 010. Okay, after getting the 010, I need to have one more character from one more bit from here top to here. Okay, 0101. My resultant starts with 0, so I will divide with 0. Binary division, I will do binary division with 0. Okay, 0000. I am adding 00. I am not considering anything, so 000 I am adding. Okay, now you see 101 000 101. Okay, again I am shifting the particular thing. Okay, shifting the next thing. Okay, my code words my resultant starts with 1, so I will take it as 10 dividing with 1011. So I got the 3 zeros. Again I have taken this last bit, that is 4 zeros. My code word starts with 0, so I have to divide with 0. 0. So my at the end my reminder is 300. Yes or no? I got the resultant as three zeros, or reminder as three zeros. Whenever I'm finding my reminder as all the zeros, my data code word does not have any issues, I can accept that code word, I can do the things. Okay. Okay, did you understand? If it is, sorry, 8, yeah, as I know, as I told you, public key divisor is the public key. D0, D1, D3, D4, D1, D0, D1, D2, D3. The 4 bits divisor, that is the public key. Your generator knows, your checker also knows. First of all, whenever I'm doing generation, I'm adding the divisor minus 1 0 bits to my data word here. Okay, whatever the generator reminder is there, I'm going to add that reminder to my data word. That is nothing but I'm making that data word as code word. Okay, again I'm sending the same thing code word to my receiver. What receiver will do? He will divide the data with the same divisor. Okay, okay, once he got that syndrome, if it got all zeros, he will accept. Otherwise, he is going to discard particular thing at the decision logic. Okay, at the end I get the data, proper data word at receiver. Syndrome means your checker, that means what condition, if kind of condition, what condition. If you are thinking, if you are saying that, if you are thinking that it is a reminder, that is a reminder. If you are considering as a this condition must come, either you are thinking that you are generating in such a way that in such a way that you are uh, get to only once, all the ones in the at the syndrome. In that case, you have to do some modification in the sender and the receiver. All the zeros. In this case, in the CRC, I am considering as all the zeros. Syndrome or the reminder must as come as the zeros. Resultant must come as zeros. That is the contract between your sender and receiver, which what kind of things you have to consider, syndrome and divisor, encoder, what kind of encoder and decoder. In CRC thing, I am considering as binary division. Length minus bits, I have to add that particular, that is my contract, and binary division I have to do, and the reminder must be added to my data word to make the code word. This is my contract between in CRC thing, cyclic redundancy check. I am going to make the contract between the sender and receiver, that I have to follow these 4 steps. Find the length of that particular device, L minus 1 bits, as I'm going to add to my the data word, that we are going to find out with the help of binary division, and whatever the reminder I got, that I am going to add to the metadata word to make generate 6th slide. Okay. Check some. Were you there from last half an hour? Otherwise, you are just finding all the things. This is the checksum. Once complement I am going to do. Yeah, tell me. 466. You raised your hand. If I make you, if I give you the mic, class will be disturbed. That's the reason I'm not going to make your mics on. Please, if you have any doubts, you can post in the chat box. I will discuss each and every thing. Sum and checksum, every time I am adding this thing, the checksum is at the end added to the resultant. So every time being all at the receiver side now, that is the contract. Whenever I am doing that, it will come like that only. If I am doing, if I am going, if I want to go to some place, I have to reach that only. That is the correct thing only. Whenever you are doing, if you do like this, every time you will get that sum as that all the ones only. You have to, whenever you complement that particular, all the zeros. Otherwise you are thinking, if you are getting here, if you modify that particular data code word, modify the code word and do the things, you will at the end you are not going to get the sum as all the ones. Simply if you modify that particular thing and do the same thing, once complement all the things, do all the steps one by one, you are going to get different predetermined as yes, correct. You are first of all only, first you analyze that if I am doing like this, I'm going to get this one only. If I am going to, if I am getting this particular thing only, then only it is the correct data. Otherwise it is the wrong data. Simply every time you at the, you know the result, first of all you are doing some information, you are mathematical problem on that particular thing, and you are going to get the result. That results must be come and in the both the sides, sender and receiver side. If you are getting the same results in the every both the sides, in that case the data is transmitted properly, no nothing problem in this particular thing. So you are thinking that you are going to get the proper results. Otherwise if you are not getting the that particular previous whatever you have thought that particular thing all ones are all zeros, in that case that is the wrong answer. That is the wrong word which you have transmitted from sender to receiver. That is the only thing you have to understand. Coding and decoding, the simply thing, ciphertext and whatever the encrypted data you are increasing. If you have one word like a code or KMIT, you add here, what you will do, you will add the two letters or the ASCII character to will add the one or two to the particular thing. Okay, KMIT will be shifted to the another word. The receiver side, what he will do, he will remove that whatever the added that particular person sender added, he will receive that particular, remove that particular. If he is getting the proper word, the how is, did he get the proper word or not, he is going to check with these party all the techniques, cyclic redundancy check and all the parity check, single parity bit, two-dimensional parity bit, all the things he is going to check. Okay, polynomial thing, you see here, I am converting my binary number into polynomial thing. Okay, one into we already seen this thing. Okay, short form, whenever I am saying 1 into x power 6 x 0 plus x power 5, I got this particular thing, 1 triple 0 double 0 double 0 double 1. Okay, now if I want to convert it as the short form, I will just x power 6 plus x plus 1. I will, if I say x power 6 plus x plus 1, you have to consider this as x power 5 as 0, x power 4 as 0, 3 as 0, x power 2 as 0, and x power 1 as 1, and 1 x power 0 as 1. Okay, whenever I am saying x power here x x power 4 plus x plus 1. In this case, you have to consider as first, you have to take it as 1. Okay, next x power 1, 1. Okay, next x power 2, 0. X power 3, 0. x power 4 again you have to consider as 1. Okay, this is the equivalent. X power 4 plus x plus 1 is equivalent to 10011 in your binary format. Okay, now how you are going to do with this polynomial binary division in that particular thing I am going to show you in the next step. You have to do this divisor. The first one is divisor. Data word is x power 3, x power 6, x power 3. Here you see x power c 3, x power 3. This is the argument data word. Data word I am considering x power 3 plus 1. X power 3 plus 1, but whenever I'm taking x power 3 plus 1, I'm multiplying divisor with x power 3 plus x. Divisor is my divisor is fixed here, x power 3 plus x plus 1 divisor. Okay, I'm making the x power 3 into 3. Why? I'm adding the x power 3 exponential divisor here. So I have to add next 3. X power 3 means x power 0, x power 1, x power 2, x power 3. So my divisor has 4 digits. 4 digits. Okay, so I have to multiply with x power 3. Data word must be multiplied with x power 3. Okay, x power 3 plus 1 into x power 3. What would be the resultant? X power 6 plus 1. X power 6 plus x power 3, not 1. X power 3 plus 1 into x cube. Why? I must add the 3 zeros. Divisor minus 1 zeros at the end of the particular thing. Okay, here polynomial thing. In this I am multiplying this particular data word into x power 6, x power 3, x power 3 into plus 1 into x power 3. So I am getting x power 6 plus x power 3, all are zeros. Okay, okay, first time I am doing x power 3 as a multiplication. So at the end, x power 6 plus x power 4 plus x power 3. Okay, I'm multiplying divisor with x power 3. So I got this particular thing. My resultant is x power 4. Okay, okay, x power 4 plus 0. So right now whatever the thing I have to multiply with x power 3, x power plus divisor multiply must be multiplied with x. Okay, here x. Okay, x power 4 x square plus x. My resultant x power 2 plus x. Okay, okay, I got the x power 6 plus x power 3 dot over. Okay, x power 2 plus x as the remainder. Okay, I am today I am going to give you one example. Take your books and pen. I am going to give you a data word and receiver. Data word and the receiver, divisor, not receiver. Data word and divisor. You have to tell me the code word. My data word is 100 100 100 100. My data word is my data word is 100 100. Okay, down. divisor, divisor is 1101. Okay, 1101. You must calculate this particular thing. I must you have to tell me the code word for that particular thing. I'm giving you 3 minutes of time. Please complete it and let me know what is the code word. We are running out of time. Meanwhile, I will activate the quiz also. And one more announcement. By 9:30, I'm going to stop quiz also. You have 16 minutes time. You complete this word, problem as well as your quiz. By 9:30, I'm going to stop the quiz and you have to tell me the answer for this problem. Code word. That is nothing but your code word. Good. 4:37. You got the remainder 001. Your data word is, I don't want to utilize that particular quotient. Don't worry about that. Don't worry whatever you got that particular thing. I most probably I am concentrating on the remainder, data word and divisor. Okay, my code word is 100 100 001. That's it. In next class, we are going to see flow control techniques. Error detection correction we have completed till all the things we have covered, all the 4 5 topics we have covered in the error detection and correction. Next Monday onwards, we are going to concentrate on flow control and the media access control also.